And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I always do every day. It is Motivation Monday. And so we are back into our swing of things. What's going on, folks? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well and all is doing well. I think so. I think everyone's doing good. And see here, let me just make sure that says my Bluetooth is good. Okay, everything's good. That's the default. Excellent day. Excellent day. So just checking on the sound and all that good stuff. Can you hear me clearly? Everybody can hear me? So welcome. So we're going to talk about my weekend and we're going to talk about my morning and we're going to talk about Motivation Monday. Today is Motivation Monday and we will be sharing from our Patreon page for all those that are Patreon members. We will be sharing today. And let me get that. Let me, there we go. Today's topic is Monday motivation for the creatives who see beyond the frame. And so you'll see most of my touch base dailies are now kind of like getting a little more towards travelers, travel photography, because that's what I'm doing is I'm out and about doing my travel photography. So I will be sharing that more. I'll be sharing more of that with you. So there we have it. Okay, just take this off the screen. You remove that for now. But yeah, so welcome to our Touch Base Daily. And we have a lot going on. So there's a lot going on in the United States. I see that the TSA lines are out the airports in some parts of the country. I am not coming back home anytime soon, and I am glad for it. I am so glad I am not coming back to America until June, and so I'm excited about that. That I don't have to do all the crazy. And but I feel sorry for all of my friends and all my family members that are traveling. It is hell, and it's only going to get worse. And it's horrible to say, and it's horrible that that's happening in the U.S. And a lot of folks over here are looking at the United States and saying, "Hmm, those folks are crazy." And the only saving grace is that I'm black. So most of the time when a black person talks about the United States, they just go simply, oh, it's just, you're not with that, obviously. But with white Americans, it's, they're getting it. They are getting it. So my buddy's gonna get his phone in a moment, I think. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so you got that. So look who's in the building for the gold this morning. It is Miss Janet Fisher. She's in the building. Jay Fisher, 750. She says, Monday greetings, Touch Base Daily family. And in for the silver this morning is Tanya Moore. Welcome, welcome. And Janet's letting me know that she can hear me. So I hope all is well. Well, I have to tell you, I've had a wonderful weekend. I'm not sure if we got a chance to check out, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to find the footage. But first up, before we do that, let me go into Instagram and start setting up the Instagrammers so that way they can see us and connect with us. And that would be good. And let's see, a public. And let's see here, got that. Let's get the Instagrammers on board because it's just like having advertisements when the Instagrammers are included because they wander by and then they say, "Oh, let me be a part of this wonderful conversation." And so here we are. Let me see, copy, and let's go right into there, into the StreamYard. And again, if you're just coming through, it's Motivation Monday. And where's everybody? Where is everybody? They say, where is everybody? So, um, okay, let me just get this here. Okay, here we go. Instagram is now plugged in. And there we go. Okay. So also, I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, like South Africa and Kenya. Want to go. I have friends in South Africa, and I want to. So if you happen to hear this, so some of my friends who are in South Africa who follow what we do here, let me know so I can come visit you, or we can meet at what we call it. What's it called? Bush. I always say Bush Bush Mill or Brisk Mill, Biscuit Biscuit Mill, Biscuit Mill. Marketplace or mall or outdoor mall, and we'll be able to do that. So if you're in the building, and we can connect in South Africa, in Cape Town. So let me know. I'm trying to figure out, is it next week that I attend? Do I fly there? So we'll see. Keep you posted. Also, yes, in America, the Oscars was last night. And how many of you watched the Oscars? Oh, speaking of Oscar, Bryson is in the building. So how many of you watched the Oscars? How many of you watched the Oscars? I did not, because it was way past my bedtime. At 8 o'clock New York time, it is what? It is 2 o'clock in the morning here. So it was definitely past my bedtime. And I was not going to watch the Oscars. But I see here, I know some countries, me too. Oh, wait, there's somebody in here that's getting the bronze. Vincent F7, F5W says hello, gets the bronze today for the greeting. Okay, third person in the building. And then we have the wonderful Chris R is in the building. She says, hi, Ron. And let's see here. La la la. And so Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy money making Monday, the day after the Oscars. And again, how many of you watch the Oscars? And if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like. That's how the algorithms know you are here and that we're connecting and that we're having a conversation. Hit the likes. That's what we do. Okay, I see more people in the building. I see a hello from a hi from YKYKUII. How are you? Welcome to Touch Base Daily. And if you're here for the first time, hit subscribe. We do this every day during the week, and I'm on the road traveling around the globe and bringing that to you. Bryson says, one battle after another took home the big prize of Best Picture. Paul Thomas Anderson took home Best Director. Sean Penn took home Best Supporting Actor. Really? Sean Penn? What show was that? I love Sean Penn. He's a good actor. What show was Sean Penn in? Best Supporting Actor. Okay. Hey, Omar's in the building. He says my chat's not showing up. Well, let me put this on the building here. There we go. And oh, you know what? I still forgot the Instagrammers. Duh. Let's bring the Instagrammers in. There we go. The Instagrammers are here now. I forgot to click the button. Speaking. Thank you, Omar. You helped me to remember. There we go. Okay, so Omar says, I watched it all. He watched. So Omar, well, for all those that watched the Oscars, what was your favorite part of the Oscars? For people that missed it like me, what should I be looking for when I'm going onto YouTube and getting the snippets? What was your favorite part of the Oscars? I'm curious. What was your favorite part of the Oscars? And what am I doing? I'm here with you. What am I doing? I'm here with you. Oh wow, I didn't see. Oh wow, DMV is under a tornado watch warning until 7 p.m. Hey, Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, hello, everyone. And Omar says, Sean Penn stayed home. Oh, so he did not receive his Oscar. One battle after another. Why do I feel like I've seen this movie? One battle. Is this when he's like a like an ex-soldier? He's tracking down the what's it Leonardo Caprio character. Is that the one with Leonardo in the movie as well? Please, someone let me know that. I think I saw that. Yes. Lisa says, "Hi everyone, happy Monday." Yes, y'all, it's Motivation Monday. Chris R says, "Ron, I couldn't keep my eyes open when you went live on IG earlier because it was 6 o'clock where you were. Well, it really was 5 o'clock, and it was 10 o'clock here. So remember, it's always 6 hours different. I'm 6 hours in the future." And I see Omar says, seeing Michael B. Jordan win Best Actor. I saw the clip. That's the only clip I saw from the Oscars. And as Michael B. Jordan would awesomely do, what a beautiful acceptance speech and share that he did, thanking all the greats and standing on their shoulders. And then also his support and the people around him. So I did see that in the clip. They're early in my morning, which meant it was pretty much after you guys went to bed in a lot of cases. I see here. Um, Dixie. Okay, okay. This is interesting. Okay, Gobi Goober says, Goober at 1984 says, "Hi, I love your content, and my girlfriend loves your content, and it's her birthday. Could you say happy birthday to her? Her name is Dixie Emez. Happy birthday, Dixie. Happy birthday. Thank you for tuning into our platform, and thank you for those wonderful words that you do love the content here. So excellent. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Dixie." Okay, there we go. We got Dixie a happy birthday. And guys, you can chime in and give Dixie a birthday. Also, I see Kimmy Kim says, Sinners getting awards was my favorite. I loved it. Yes, it was that one. Thank you, Kimmy Kim. That was Sean Penn act his tail off in that movie. He made me hate him. He made me hate that character. That character was so rough and so just twisted. And it made me think of I know this sounds bad when I say this, but it reminded me of some, not all, not a lot, some law enforcement people that I've heard of, and maybe one or two that I know, they're just distorted. Their world view is distorted. And not to really crash on police officers and people in the law enforcement career. And because I've had someone that was in my life that was an officer of the law, and what goes on in those police officers see a whole lot. So forget the ones that are racist off the back. But when officers become jaded and militant like that, there's a lot going on that they've seen and become disenchanted with the real world. But that character, Sean Penn, made me want to scream at. Was that an Apple show or was it Netflix? I think it was Netflix. And I tell you, I was totally into that movie. Very good, very well done. Bryson says Sean Penn tied all-time record for male acting wins. He joined forces with Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Wow, I love Sean Penn. And I love Sean Penn because of his activism. He's an activist for people's rights, for human rights. That's why I love Sean Penn. I see. Yes, it was definitely. Thank you, Leonardo DiCaprio. And I see in the building is our wonderful Mimi. Good morning, Ron and RLP Touch Base Daily Family. Make sure you hit the likes, y'all. Make sure you hit the likes. And if you're new to the building, make sure you hit the subscribe. And Dr. Tachi's in the building. In the building, she says, "Good morning, all." And Bryson says also regarding the Oscars, since we are talking Oscars right now, K-pop Demon Hunters took all the gold to the main stage. Now, I love that song. I don't know the words. As you can tell, I don't know the words, but I do love the K-pop Demon Hunters. That if you have a child and you want to hear music that is going to reinforce good behavior, check out K-pop Demon Hunters. So good that they took all the gold into the main stage. I love K-pop Demon Hunters. And I was turned on to them by my friends in North Carolina, Charlotte, Mimbo, and who is Korean, and my buddy and pal, and Nia. Okay, so let's see here. This Mr. Okay, Mr. Water News. Oh, this, I don't know what that is. Okay, Grief here. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also in the building, let's see here. Ryan Coogler won also. Yes, what did he win for? What did he win? Ryan Coogler won also? What did he win? What did he win? Kimmy Kim sends the happy birthday to Dixie. Yes, I see that. For original screenplay. Nice. Look at that. The happy birthday to Dixie. This is a community. The community is a community here. Look at that. See that? Gobi says, "Thank you. She loves your videos. Thank you so much." And happy, look at that, the love. Happy birthday, Dixie. Happy birthday. Kimmy, you're with me, right? Sean did his thing in that movie. I wanted to go through that screen. I didn't even realize he was so in character. You forgot he was Sean Penn. That's when you can forget who's acting, that means you've done the job. Also, I see Bryson says Avatar Fire and Ash took home Best Visual Effects. Thank you guys. You guys are filling me in on the Oscars. I'm glad. Lisa says, I stayed off the bat. I said off the bat. You say off the back. They both fit. And Omar says, it was a major movie, Warner Brothers. And Sean earned that Oscar, says Omar. I agree. He earned that Oscar. And Kimmy Kim says, one battle was in movie theaters. This movie had parallels to what's going on in the world today, especially with racism and immigration. So good, so good. Great performances. And I see here also, Dr. Tachi says, I love Golden too. It is now the first K-pop song to win an Oscar. That song, have y'all heard the music from K-pop? If you haven't, you are missing out. It's so encouraging, so good. Just love it. Not that I know any of the lyrics, but I know it when I hear it. I know the song when I hear it. As soon as the song sings, then I know the lyrics. And I won't do it. I just won't do it. I won't sing for you. Omar says, I posted that on Facebook. Dr. Tachi says, Ryan Cooper. I think she meant Kugler. Won Best Original Screenplay. And Bryson says, now remember horror movies both win Oscars and vampire stories don't win Oscars, and it's horror film. It's a horror film. And also from Bryson, this is Bryson's day. We're up Bryson's alley today in this community. For those that don't know, and you're here for the first time, Bryson is our, we're gonna call it, he's our guru for everything in pop culture, especially movies, music. So that's our Bryson. Bryson says also, Omar says, I think all foreign movies she has have its own category and not be included in the best picture category. You know what, Omar? I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. Frankenstein won too many Oscars. Frankenstein won Oscars? I agree with you, Omar. Kimmy Kim says, we had an impromptu Oscar chat going last night during the Oscar presentation in the Touchbase Daily Family IG chat. For those that don't know, there is a Touchbase Daily Family IG chat that these folks have created. It's like a, they created a chat when they made me feel all sappy inside, when they melted me with just thank yous and hellos and love. Kimmy Kim says, I want to see the Frankenstein movie. Okay. I have to see it too. I have not seen it. I don't think I've seen it. Is that the one where the Frankenstein is crazy and like evil and he starts killing the people, I mean, unaliving the people on the ship and they get frosted in, they get iced in? I saw a movie like that. I'm not sure if that's the same Frankenstein. It's like another type of Frankenstein. Is that the one? I think. I've seen so many movies during the year that I can't remember. It's on Netflix. Okay, I think I've seen it. I've seen it. Yes, that's the one. Thank you, Omar. That's the one. Okay. I think Sinners deserved every nomination. Just my bias. Sinners was excellent, and I saw Sinners twice. Yes. Okay, so those who have arrived, it's Motivation Monday, and we motivate you guys for a better week. But before we go into Motivation Monday and we do our topic, and for those that are here for our topic today will be Monday motivation for the creatives who see beyond the frame. So all you photographers, all you travel photographers, all you creatives, get ready for that. That will be happening shortly. Okay. So this weekend, I don't know if you got the chance to see me. Little old me was out in the world picking grapes for wine. And that's what I was doing this weekend. And so let me stop sharing the other video so I can share this video. Now, this is a quick little video I put together. And let's see, let's get there. Hold on a second. Let's get this all set up. Let's cue it all in. As they say, let's cue it up. Let's cue it up. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit before I go into this. So my buddy Paul says, would you like to go pick grapes? One of his friends has 100-acre property. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's massive. I was like, how much grapes are we gonna have to? And he said 100 acres, but it has it has olive trees on it. It has grapes. It has she and her team. They make amazing wine. There's a bottle over here in the corner, and as a matter of fact, I can just easily grab this wine bottle. Hold on a second, and so you can know what I'm talking about. So let me get myself together here. So this is the wax top over here. Hey, and look at that. There's the wine. This is the wine here. But anyway, long story short is this this person here, this person here has never done picking of the grapes. But what else I got to do made me think of I Love Lucy. Well, here we go. Let me share it with you all. Here you go. Are you ready? A day in Namibia's wine country. And this is what it is like to pick grapes for your bottle of wine. Check it out. We did all of this kind of still working on this. Focus to it. We're almost finished. We're almost to the edge. Almost finished. We're picking grapes for the next bottle of wine. Until guys, she is doing it. She is, her feet are in it. Look at this. Oh, that's the rinsing. Okay, my feet are going in. Hey. Okay. I am videotaping y'all. I am in it. I am in it, y'all. Woo! And I feel like a scene from I Love Lucy. What an experience. Okay, she got in the pool. He washed his feet. Okay, guys. Let's try it again. Okay, she and I in here together. And then it's pressed in here after going to zero with sugar, and then they press it in here, and then it goes into bottle from here.
It goes into the vats.
Those go to the vats. Oh, and then, okay, and then it goes into the bottles. Okay, guys, this is unbelievable.
Do this every day until the sugar drops to zero.
So they have to do this every day to make sure that the sugar drops to zero, y'all.
And then you cover it up, and then it goes in full fermentation.
Okay.
And then you press it.
So there you go. We had such a great time, and what a lot of fun. And I never did anything like that before in my life. And I have to tell you, it was not what I expected. It was not what I expected. I thought I thought the grapes would feel some kind of way, and it wasn't bad. So what we ended up doing is we go in, we take our shoes off, then we go and they take the hose and they wash our feet down. Then we take our feet and put it into this vat of some kind of chemical that they use that is good for the wine, but also it does something to bacteria, whatever's on your feet. It cleans your feet, and then you get water. Then after that, you go straight into the tub. Man, it was an experience. Let's see here. What do you see? So Rafa, those want to stay long term, or how did? Okay, we're gonna have. I got that question right there. I'm gonna leave that one there for us. This is so cool, says Dr. Tachi. Cool video, says Chris R. The episode of Lucy was hilarious. And thank you for some of you that sent me the footage. I think it was Fifi that sent me some footage. And Lisa, Dr. Tachi says, I hope she disinfected her feet well. Yeah, you have to put that, your foot has to be washed twice. And then after you come out, you wash it again. And Chris says, so wine drinkers are having toe jam to add special flavor. Yes, it is. It is the feet that give it is extra whatever. This goes on around the world. People do this still to this day. It is a practice that has been practiced for thousands of years, and did not know all of that. I learned so much on Saturday from this experience. And Kimmy Kim says, so that's fun. And I'm curious how the winemakers really press the grapes. So that's how they do it. You start with the foot crushing, and then that little mechanism, you put it inside that after. Then the press creates the wine, and then a wine goes into the barrels, and then the barrels, after they've gotten to age on a whatever time cycle they have, and then they go into the bottles. Fascinating. Dr. Tachi says that was like such a fun excursion. It was, and it was hot. It was a hot day, but the feast after. This was truly a community, and this is what life is like in Europe and in Africa. Is all about the community. So we've had a heat wave here, so they needed to get the grapes. They needed to collect the grapes before the grapes went bad. So they called all the troops in, all the family friends, all the relatives, all came to get all those grapes together. And it was good that I was a part of it. And then after that, we had a feast, and you saw some of the food was insane, and everything fresh, everything from the farm. It was so good, so good. Chris R is laughing, and someone. Oh, hey Cage, I see you in the building, Cage. Cage 1100 says, just wanted to stop by and say, have a good day, bro. Thank you so much. And Jazzy is in the building. She says, laughing my butt off, not wrong, saying yes to the toe jam flavoring. Yes. So in this bottle, there's some toes. But this is a good year, 2023, so I can't wait to drink it. I'm going to drink this baby at some point while I'm here. And because I'm not taking it back to New York, I'm going to drink that here. That is not from the bottle that we happen to do our footwork. And Dr. Tachi says, you can have my wine. Enjoy. Dr. Tachi, I know you love, don't you love wine? Oh, a lot of wine is still done. This practice is still done at a lot of vineyards around the world. Who knew? I see here, Kimmy says, Dr. Tachi, I'm hollering at your comment because people just crushing the grapes with feet. Now you'll look at your wine in a different way. Okay, I had a question here. Here's a question. I started the question. Chris says, here's a question. If you have questions, make sure you send them, but a Q in front of it so I can know you got a question. Chris says, so Ron, for those of us who want to stay long-term abroad, how do you suggest we find something remote to generate a stream of income? Any ideas? Well, I did not just start doing this, right? So I knew that I was coming back to Africa in 2016 when I was here. When I left here, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. I'm going to retire in Africa. I'm going to retire overseas. I'm going to not live in the United States in my senior years. So I follow a lot of YouTubers that have made careers on just sharing information. So they've become digital nomads. Also, digital nomads are folks that can work from anywhere in the world. So they have corporate jobs in New York, California, DC, wherever. And they can work remotely from any place in the world and collect a full salary. based on the New York rate or the UK rate or the Madrid rate or, you know, Chicago, LA, so you work in a big city, but you work for a company that digital nomad. So you can do that also. I am still doing my photography. So this is my business model. My business model is one, I'm still doing my photography. So between the months of June and November, I'm in the United States. And so I'll be living in the United States between June and November, or maybe January. We'll see how that all works out. But definitely between July or June, the end of June, to Thanksgiving, I will be working. I'll be working in the United States. So that helps me to make money. So when I'm here, I have the finance that I need to be here. One is because the cost of living is so much lower that if I work for 5 months in America and make the salary that I make in America, and now that I'm at a place in my career that I just raised all my prices also for my work, um, I have money coming in from my clients. For instance, I did a photo shoot before I left New York, the Friday for the Sunday I left. And so I finished that. I'm finishing up that work and I'm getting that to them. And then one of my other clients I did work for in August, and then out of nowhere they said, we finally made a selection of the photos we want for our corporate um, marketing. So they asked me, they said, Ron, send us the invoice and you can work it on them. So I'm making money still while I'm here. I'm making money in the United States, but I'm here. A bunch of different ways to become a resident here. I haven't gone down that path yet because I'm now in my second week. Well, really, I just completed my first week of being here. And the world is different. So it used to look one way back in 2016, but now it looks a new way because a lot of visa rules have changed. But so making money, you can make money as a digital nomad, have a great job that you can support being here or being anywhere, being in Lisbon, being in Ghana, being wherever you need to work, or being in Vietnam, Thailand. These are places where your money is going to stretch a long way. For instance, you can have a home that's a beautiful condo in America that goes for $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And that same condo goes for $500, $600 a month in Thailand. So you have to kind of see what works for you. Some people don't want to leave their families for such a long time. Oh, so Omar, we'll see each other in November. We will see each other in November. And the other way I make money is through this YouTube channel. Those folks that put money, like, there's a little thing on that somewhere around there that has a little dollar bill. You click on that, it generates a couple of dollars here and there, and it goes into my little kitty. And then once in a while, and then it just comes up once it hits $100, then YouTube sends me the $100. Then I have my Patreon community. I'm breaking it all down. So you guys get into everything. I'm transparent with you all. So there's a Patreon community that supports this channel. The Patreon community, those that put in $3 a month, $10 a month, 20. Then we have one Patreon person that does $100 a month, which is a good friend of mine, and she supports this channel. So that money from my Patreon now doesn't have to go to, it goes to all the things here. For instance, like it goes to that expense I don't have to worry about. For instance, the StreamYard, the OneDrives, the what else? OneDrive, Canva, all the things that are necessary to create this platform. The Patreon folks really support that. So that means I don't have to put money into that because it's paying for itself through the community. And if you want to be part of that, you can just click on that QR code in the corner and become a paying Patreon member. There are some members that are Patreon members, but they're free Patreon members. But it really helps when you think that this is worth at least $3 a month. I mean, hello. If you're here every week and every day, it's certainly worth $3 a month. I don't understand why people are here for free, but I get it. So, some people have hard times, but they're still part of the community, or things are going on. They can't put money into certain things. But if you are here, I think this is worth a cup of coffee a month, at least one cup of coffee a month. But so that money pays for this platform. So I don't have to worry about that. I am now living overseas, so I don't have to pay for a mortgage. I don't have to pay maintenance for my co-op. I don't have to pay insurance for my apartment. I don't have to. So those three big things I do not have to pay any longer. So that frees up enough money for me to take flights. Because when you're in the United States, airfare is way more expensive than when you're in Europe and in Africa. It's almost half the price to travel overseas from place to place than it is to be in America. Because in America, everything is expensive. Everything is marked up the American way. So I save money there. So it's trying to get your budget down to, and so the money that I'm saving in my maintenance, mortgage, insurance, I take that money and I help my host with groceries. I buy the groceries, or I contribute in different ways. I take the money that I would be using for something else that I would have been using for mortgage, and I can contribute some of that to my friends and help them out. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So yeah, so it's a long answer to that question, but I hope that answers your question. I see Kimmy Kim says, fabulous, Mimi. I used to work remote, but restrictions on miles from home to work. Like, could work 150 miles from home only. Really? Restrictions? Why can't you just be anywhere you want to be? I see he Mimi. Christine was, yes, gotta have multiple streams just in case. Yes, you have to build multiples. Yes, that's the best way to say multiple streams. Hold on a second. Let me plug this in. So I'm losing where's my power? Let me see what my power is right now. Okay. I just plugged in. Okay. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, we plugged in. Okay. You see how that all works in there. Okay, good. We're getting power. Okay, so Christine says, got a multiple streams. Multiple streams is important. And also, so I have money coming in from Patreon. I have money coming in from my clients. And then I have work in art galleries. So one art gallery right now in the Lower East Side. Hopefully I'll sell one of those pictures that I took, and then that will help also. So you have to find ways to keep generating money from different sources, so that way you can keep it going. Does that make sense? I hope that answers the questions. Kristen says, Kimmy, yes, I have a remote job and I can work from anywhere, but I want a side hustle in case something happens with the AT job, because they fire you at the drop of a hat in America. Well, that's with everything, right? You should always have a backup plan. You should be juggling this. I mean, I'm a believer of diversification. You should never put all your eggs in one basket. You have, if I may encourage you, like my work wife says, these are grown folks. You're grown folks. I can't tell you what to do, but I can encourage you to take your side hustle and make money with it. If you are making sweaters, if you know how to create puzzles, if you know how, whatever that thing you know how to do and you love doing it, make it your side hustle. Get a business card, let people know you're doing it, and make some money. Now, the digital folks that are on these platforms, like for instance, once this channel hits 1,000, it opens up a whole new door of financing this life that I'm doing and living for people and giving them information and sharing. Also, you probably just know you're learning of this now because I mentioned it a couple of times, but this platform now has a memberships portion. So people, if they decide they want to, instead of not doing Patreon, or they can do Patreon and do both, but they can become members here at Touchbase Daily. And being a membership, we'll have special event, special segments and shows here for our members. But we just became eligible to have members last week or 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I think it is, we became members. So if you want, you can see, I think it's somewhere, I don't know exactly where it is on the YouTube channel, but there's a little section that says subscribe, and then there's another one that says should say member. And if you want to become a member, do that. So that's how YouTubers, digital nomads create income, is that we look to the audience to support what we're doing if they're satisfied in what we're doing and bringing them content. If you're bringing good content, then you pay for the content. You should be contributing to the content to make the content. It costs money to buy all these gadgets. These are all gadgets. Can I go on? I mean, these are all gadgets all around me. So it takes money to buy all of this equipment to talk to you every day. It takes money. And so hopefully people feel like, okay, we will support. And let's see here. Yes, I hear you going cruising and remotely working. Yeah, yes. There is someone in our community that goes, she's been on a cruise for 90 days. And she's a supporter of this channel. She is here. She pops in when she can. She watches the show and repeat. But she's been in the South Pacific for the last 3 months. She's been in Australia, New Zealand, I think Fuji. She's been to a lot of, and she's doing her thing. But she is someone that is a part of this community. Let's see here. Hey, G is in the building. Speaking of the work wife, good morning on a quick break from the grads and the grands. Did you mean the grands or the grads? Let's see here. Let's see. That get all the questions. Okay. Chris R says, I telework, but we have to live in the state of California. Gotcha. And Kimmy says, I understand companies are going RTO and limiting how people work remote. Hey, DS is in the building. Hello, Ron and Touchbase Daily family. DS here. I love that he always lets us know that he's DS in case you're new to the community. Mimi says, facts, Ron, but diversify, even if you decide to stay in America. But you should always have many things going to support your life in case one is gone. You got to still survive. Touch base. Sorry, DS says, hello, Kim. Okay, we got that. Yes, for the channel, you need to have at least 3 to 4 thousand watch hours, which this platform has. And let's see here. ICDG says, with all the tech, there isn't a need to stick to the old work method of 9 to 5 in an office. Exactly. You do not have to be locked behind a cubicle any longer. Uh, Dia says, how was your wine feet? Feet wine. Well, we didn't drink that wine, but I'm sure there's someone else's feet in this bottle. Um, it says, make sure to shave any bunions. Kimmy Kim says, sorry, from Mimi says, I worked remote 5 years in 2014 until I retired. I can only imagine the changes since then. My soul works remotes for a health insurer, and they can only work at home and wired, no wired, um, no wire hangers. And I see here, hey, says hi, Ron. Everyone in touch base steadfast. So if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like so people know we're here. And if you're here for the first time or you're viewing this for the first time and record and repeat, hit subscribe. Jazzy says, I'm full time remote, but I'm allowed to move around, just not out of the country. Interesting. See, a lot of learning here. DS says, my handle used to be DS Elias. Then I thought I need another name for branding, and I did not want to start another channel. When I changed the name, people didn't know it was me. Well, we know who you are. We know who you are, Mr. DS. Okay, it is time for our Motivation Monday. Okay, let's go there. Okay, so here we are. This is Motivation Monday, and you can find this on our Patreon page. For the Patreoners, they get the full article and all the pictures and all that stuff. This can be found on our Patreon page. There's lots of stories. If you look on the side here, there's all this stuff that's in our Patreon community. Okay, so let's do it. Let's get to the Motivation Monday topic before guys time out. Monday motivation for the creatives who see beyond the frame. Oh, it's too big. That's gonna be too big. Okay, we're gonna stick it with this. Okay, here we go. This quote, I don't know who said it, but it's a good quote. The world is a gallery without walls. Travel is just the ticket to your next exhibit. I should have just said, I wanted to change it and make it exhibition, but it's your next ticket to your exhibit. And let's break it down. This week, let the truth sit with you. As photographers, designers, storytellers, and makers, we don't wait for inspiration to arrive. We go to meet it. Every street corner, every stranger's smile, every shadow slipping across a wall is an invitation to create. Movement, whether across continents or simply across the room, shifts our perspective, sharpens our eye, and reminds us that our work is part of something bigger. These are some of the photos I took since I was here and traveling along the way. Got some really good shots. I was very happy to get some of these photos. And so you check these out. And yeah, so these are photos along the way. And then these were also in life itself. I love this. One, let curiosity be your compass. Remember, I'm curious, George. I am extremely curious. I discovered a whole nother world today, and I discovered another world yesterday. And every day I'm out in these streets here in Namibia, my curiosity leads me to places that I would have never ended up. Trust your curiosity. Your curiosity is your compass. Number two, let courage be your lens. Let courage be your lens. Get out there, do it. Don't be afraid to walk up to someone and say, may I take a photo of you? May I photograph you? Or people walking by, people passing by, people on a bike, people doing this, people doing that, and just photograph it. Photograph the moment. Let your lens give you the courage to photograph your world. Number three, let connection be the story you tell. Let connection be the story you tell. Guys, all you travelers out there, all the folks out there that want to travel, all you people out there that want to do travel photography, well, photography of any kind, but since I'm now a nomad photographer and I'm traveling, every photo tells a deep story. A story. And it's okay to take a moment and just observe, look at your environment, look around, and say, is this a story worth telling? That shell on the wall, is that a story worth telling? I saw these birds the other day. When I arrived here on Monday, I think we went for a walk. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And there was a tree by the water. And I heard all this chirping. Obviously, I'm curious because you know me. I walk over and then I see another photographer. And she's just got her Canon long lens out and she's photographing this tree. So, you know me, I had to find out what was going on. I got over there. I went over there. And then I look into the tree and there's about 25 blackbirds I don't know the name of these blackbirds, but they were protecting the nest. The eggs were in the nest. They were protecting the nest and sitting on the nest. And then the other birds were coming in and feeding the mothers on the nest. And it was a whole thing going on. Well, you know, that was a story worth telling. One day I'll share that photo batch with you. And it was remarkable. I had never seen so many birds, so many nests tucked in all these branches. Was that a story worth telling? For me, it was. And it will be a story that I'm going to share. Also, last but not least, your next exhibit isn't somewhere far away. So you don't have to wait to come to Paris or Africa or, Lisbon, Portugal. I mean, you don't have to wait to travel abroad. Your home is your travel spot. You can take a walk to the park. You can take a walk to the museum. You can take a walk to the botanical garden. You can take a walk to your Central Park. You can take a walk to the beach. You can take a walk, get on the train, get on a bus. That is travel. So it's not just global. It's not just international. It's domestic and it's local. So Here's to a week of bold frames, fresh angles, and stories only you can capture. Who's with me? Who's with me this week to get out into the world and take photos that are meaningful to you? Tell your story. Tell your story. Not Ron's story, not anyone else's story. Tell your story. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? Tell your story. I think we got it all. What says you? Oh, I had that on the screen. Sorry, DS. I was supposed to get you off the screen. You were blocking my page. Right? Right? What? Get out there. DSL. Okay, he says, DSLs, when a photograph tells a story without words, do you think it's revealing more about the subject or more about the photographer? It could be both. Some photographers don't want to put captions next to their photographs. They want the viewer to interpret it as they feel. Some photographers require captions. They want to tell part of the story and then let your imagination do the rest. It depends on the individual. DS says, is there a point where a photographer's pursuit of a perfect image conflicts with the authenticity of the story they're trying to tell? I would believe so. For instance, you may be a, let me tread on this one. Let me think about this before I say it. You may have core beliefs that are totally against something that is happening in the world. Something that is probably goes against your moral compass. But your job is to be a photographer. Your job is to capture the moment and tell the story as it's happening. But yet you're in conflict of the story. You have to kind of like put your feelings aside so that the world can know the story. So yeah, there are times that we photograph things that are in conflict of our inner soul or how we feel about certain matters. And that's a good question. That is a good question. And there we go. Okay. Tanya, Tanya said, let's go. Let's go. You know how almost everything says, let's go at the end of my videos. Let's go or until. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any other questions after that Motivation Monday? Oh, here's another one from DS. DS, I love it. I love it. DS says, can a photograph ever truly convey the emotional depth of a moment? Or is it always filtered through the photographer's own courage and perspective? I would say that is truly, here's something. I'll just use an example. I love photographing elephants. And I love photographing elephants in a way to almost make them feel human, if that makes sense. Some of you have seen my wildlife photography. I like photographing wildlife, and I'm trying to capture the emotions of the wildlife. So anyway, we were at a dinner event, and a wife of a big judge in New Jersey was at this dinner event, and she went through my photos of my elephants that I photographed at a orphanage in northern South Africa. And while we were at this dinner, her husband, my other friends, she just started to cry. She started weeping because the she felt the emotions of the elephant. So I think it's two ways. The photographer sees the story in the moment of how they see the story, and they capture the moment for others to see. Mm, I know as a photographer for myself, I try to capture the emotion in the moment in the camera, which is, I know that sounds crazy, but I think it's possible to capture the emotion in the image, that when people see the image, they feel what you felt when you photographed the image. That has happened to me many times when I've gone to MoMA or gone to the Whitney, and I've seen photos, or I've gone to the what do you call it, the Schomburg, and all the different galleries in New York, and a photo will totally arrest me. A lot of Gordon Parks photos arrest me. I feel the pain, I feel the agony, or I feel the joy. And I always say, if a photographer can get you to feel, they've done their job. Our job as photographers is to leave you feeling the moment. If a person walks away and go, but if a person stands and lingers and they interact with that image and they feel that image, or like the woman, she started to cry, you've done your job. Yeah. So that's my answer to your question, DS. Okay, let's go to our little banners here. So if you are a part of our community, make sure that you can hang out in our community on YouTube. I'm gonna be posting my diaries now in the community. So you'll be getting more diary stuff from my days and photographing. So I'm gonna be putting those there. So check that out. Also, if you want to be a part of the mailing list, go onto the mailing list by going to ronlewisphotos.com, and that will be there for you to sign up for. And also, like I said, I have to pay for everything I do. I am not rich. I am paying from place to place, check to check, client to client. So if you're looking for an event photographer, I am for hire. Just reach out to me and we can get you on the calendar between June and November. I should say December. I should say Thanksgiving. Okay. And also a thank you again to our Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. We rely on our Patreon community. So if you want to become a Patreon member, just hit that QR code, become a paying member of the community. It helps. Every bit helps. Also, if you're here for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you're here and you are here all the time, make sure every time you come in the room, you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the like. Okay, I think we got it all. We got it all in. Okay, that sounds good. I think we had a good motivation Monday. What do you think? Do you think we had a good motivation Monday? Dia says, when an image makes someone cry or smile, is the story in the photo or in the connection between the viewer and the moment captured? And then also, Chris says, Tanya, I meant to say you are his favorite. No one's my favorite. You are all my favorites. Okay, guys, I thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day in the East Coast, wherever you are. If you're here, you're getting ready for the evening. If you're in this time zone, And because there are people in Africa that do watch this channel, and in Europe that watch this channel as well. And tomorrow is Tip Tuesday. We're getting back to our lessons. So we'll be teaching tomorrow about preparing your gear for your travels, preparing your camera gear for your travels. That is tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Jazzy. I see you, Jazzy. I see you, Jazzy Jazz. And I see Chris says, thank you, Ron. And what is Dia saying? It's a rainy week here in the East Coast. Ooh, this is not snowing. This is not snowing. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Later.